Good morning, everyone. It's good to see you again this morning. Many blessings to all of you. So, good morning, Chase, and uh, I'm grateful for your lovely words. And good morning, Barbara. So, quite a powerful day yesterday, offering the love for specific reasons out to the world. Now, understand that any thought you have goes into the world and it never stops. So I was checking in later in the day yesterday, and those thoughts we created are still moving, which is what gives them the empowerment. Depends on your aura and your intense strength. And there was a number of us. It was very beautiful. So, yes, we'll see what happens, correct? So let's do our DK mantra, which is very good for each of you. And I want you to begin to try to feel it as you speak it. I am the soul. I am the light divine. I am love. I am will. I am fixed design. See, I can feel the energies are opening, vibrating more. I hope you can feel it. Good morning, Christina. Glad to have you here. So, I'm going to talk about hopefully a well-known topic, but I'm being encouraged to talk about it in case it isn't well known to you. And we're going to talk about your higher self. You know, when you're born, a certain amount of beings come in with you, and your higher self is one of the first you're going to meet. So hopefully those of you who are here this morning know who your higher self is and know that it is your first level of God's divinity that gets to touch you. And as it works through your consciousness, it begins to work and touch every chakra of your being. It's healing along with you, not separate from you. For you must be willing for all things. And various issues right in the start in your crown are going to be about the knowingness of God and how you feel about holding that. And the next level is going to be the third eye and all about sight. Good morning, Marby. We're talking about the higher self, whether or not you are willing to see or to hold on to that responsibility of seeing and sight. Sight can be in so many different ways. And if you don't have it, it isn't what you think it is. So you want to begin with your eyes closed. In the beginning, it's dark, and start having an opening that will show you various colors. And it's quite the experience. And then you'll begin to see the shoulders and the head and the shoulders of your higher self or of your other teachers that are around you. So that's one of the first gifts that your sight gives you. And you should begin to see many colors as you call them in and begin to have a perception. Notice I changed my word to perception of your chakras and your aura and this beautiful heart that everyone has that has more love than you can imagine. And that is a great part of the journey that we are all on, is to begin to live and feel comfortable being that love in our world of that reality place of humanity and be respectful of that which it is, while you're attempting to participate in that world. So, challenges always. Sometimes traumas. Sometimes whatever else you want to call it. But when you can get to where you understand that in that human experience, God is there and He's alive within your heart, and you need to take a breath, and what would He help you with? Can you let His voice come to you? Can you let Mother's voice come to you? And you will find resolution and a peace. Because everything changes. From where you are in humanity, co-conspirator with your ego, right? When you begin to move into your divinity and acknowledge the love inside your heart, everything changes. Let me read it to you. A soft light radiates from my heart. It illuminates those around me. Imagine I'm speaking you, and transforms every situation I encounter. I maintain a positive attitude in spite of my difficulties I may perceive. No matter the circumstance, I remain a source of true joy. Everything changes when it is bathed in the light of the divine. So there's your path, moving into all that light, out of whatever could be held in that human world that we tend to give our power to. And what is going to happen as you move into that light and allow that love to be your truth, those pieces of humanity, we still experience them, but they will be bathed in the light you hold, which will give them other opportunities and less separation in action, you see. So the higher self is that first part of God that most people have an ability to interact with, to begin to feel comfortable with, to listen to. So now we have another gift that's speaking out, hearing and listening. Usually the voice works through the throat chakra. So then we must look at what our throat chakras feel like to be able to hear and to speak spirit. So in the crown is God's knowingness, and it's like 1,000 petals. And they're either all in a knot in a ball, or they're spread out all over the top here, depending on where you are. There's no judgment. You need to accept where it is that you are so you can see and experience the truth. You see, good morning, Anik. Glad to see you here. My day will be filled with love. Thank you very much. Yours too. And everybody here. So, when we begin to call on our higher self, you may start to hear a name or feel the essence of a name. Yes, they all have a name. And they'll come in certain colors. So you may start to see certain colors in your third eye as you close your eyes. And I have some techniques I'm going to give you to begin to work with bringing that energy inside yourself. So now if you have issues with that, then those are also other patterns you need to look at. Are you concerned about letting spirit come in? And you want to do your protection and know that the being that you're communicating with is your higher self. And how do you do that? You do the tube of light. You use the violet flame around you. And you surrender to let the white light of Christ around you. which doesn't really allow any negative into your world. And so the higher self can begin to bless you. The higher self is the only part of your 352 levels of God that will speak to you about this world. The rest only know God. So that is a huge benefit when you're in the growth process, to have someone who can have an understanding, who've been there, done that before, and know how to counsel you on what's going on. So first, I want everyone to take a breath, and let me just scan everybody quick to make sure there is no interfering energy. I'm going to put a hologram around all of us so everybody's safe from the Ascended Masters and the archangels. Good. So we're going to call your higher self to come into and sit there for a moment at your crown chakra. Now, what might have happened is maybe you feel a lot of illumined light. If you close your eyes, more light may have come in. Everyone's in a different place. And if nothing happened, it's still okay. So now let's ask that higher self to go to the third eye and see if you can feel more light with that energy coming and sitting there. Could be male, could be female. We don't know. Or maybe you do know. Good. And then we're going to ask for it to come further down into the throat. And I want you to become aware how you're feeling. In some way, are you feeling more at home, more relaxed, or are you tense? These are more things to look at, sit with. If you have a teacher, work with your teacher, and discover the patterns that are making that happen. But next, we want to bring that higher self down into your heart. Yes. So maybe you're someone that's going to say to me, I don't feel anything. And that's fine. That's perfectly fine. Not everybody manages it in the first journey. But here's a technique I want to offer you that you can do it here with me today and work on with yourself at home. You simply put your right hand in front of your heart, and we're going to make a figure eight. I embody my higher self. And then make the other half the figure eight again. I embody, reach out, and bring it in, my higher self. I embody my higher self. So you're asking that higher self to begin to start the journey of how the two of you can become one. So it's from my heart, I go out, I embody my higher self. It's a figure eight. I embody my higher self. So if you're with me, I'd like you to do it now and see what you feel. I embody my higher self. I embody my higher self. I embody my higher self. And maybe you're going to begin to feel fuller. Maybe you're going to just feel more and more light. So do that for a few minutes, and maybe someone would want to give me offerings of their thoughts or feelings about what that brings to you. That's connecting to your first divinity, your higher self. Why is it here? Because it's here to help you. Help you be on your path. Help you to grow. Help you to know. Good. good. I can see people doing it. That's good. I embody my higher self. I embody my higher self. Now, if you're someone who already knows your higher self, have it come sit in your heart with you and see what's happening as you just let it be there with you and mother and father and the love it generates in your heart. Perhaps see what your heart chakra does. Very good. Chills at the back of your heart, Barbara Ward. That's very powerful because it's always also opening up the back of the heart. And the issue in the back of the heart of any reason for it to be closed is betrayal. So you're becoming more at peace and it's starting to open. Just hold it there for a little bit longer. Anybody else? Yeah. It's very powerful when you realize that God's not only there for you, but you can let him in. I felt calm and saw different colors. Very, very good. I would assume lighter colors, perhaps. Mm-hmm. Yes. And Marby, how about you? I don't know who's still here and who isn't. You see, I am a healer, so when we go to have conversations, it's going to be about something that's making you more, helping your consciousness raise, having a new awareness of what is. Very good. I embody my higher self. I embody my higher self. You know, it's not going to happen overnight, but this is the process to get there. You still have to work out those things in these chakras here. And then even once it's fully in your heart, Barbara got light pink and purple. Very nice. And it feels very warm at the back of her heart also. Very interesting today, isn't it? So you know what that kind of says to me? That there perhaps have been issues about letting yourself surrender to allow more wherever it is you are in your world. So today, this is allowing more, allowing yourself to receive more of that light. Next card. I am light. And let me read it to you. Today, the light is within me. The light surrounds me. The light protects me. I remain light-filled and joyful, regardless of what circumstances arise. I am a diamond shining forth in all my splendor. I am worthy of the divine within me. How powerful is that? And I just picked these cards. Yes, I have one more before I started. To me, these cards are magical, and I've always felt anything I do, they know what I'm doing, and they speak how they show themselves. So there you go. So right now, you are all more light than you were before you began. Now, why would that be an accurate statement? Maybe you believe you're all the light there is. There's always more light. And when you put yourself in action and in movement of acquiring more light will come and there'll be a greater expansion. So if that's, like I said, an issue for you, then you need to work on that ego that's trying to keep you separate than a part of the whole. For we are all in union. And where we all are doesn't matter. It's about the magic of love is what does the healing, you see. And we all have a greater capacity the more we love and embrace ourselves for a greater resolution and truth. Okay, yes. Beautiful cards. What are they called? I don't even know. They found me. So I haven't seen them anywhere. So I'm going to assume that they are where they're meant to be because they're not like a tarot card. All right. Very good. Does anybody have any questions? So I want you to work with finding out who she is or he is and how that energy feels to you, because that's going to awaken your gifts of perception, which is that third eye, yes, and feeling, right? And kinesthetic from the root. There's a lot of things in just in this intention to discover your higher self that are gifts that either you have and don't know, or you have them and you do know, and we're wanting to heighten how you use them. Okay? So, very good. So let me read our last card. God sustains me. As I turn each day over to God, my worries ease and my resistance softens. In the arms of God's love, I find inner peace, even in challenging times. Today, my faith provides me with great strength. I welcome all that comes my way, knowing that the love of God sustains me. It's a powerful image, isn't it? Very good. Any questions today? I don't see any. That was a wonderful experience. Yes, let me see what else I want to say to you. I want you to lift your spirits about the journey, the ease, because it's a time that Christ, Mother, everyone needs more people of light to help to heal the earth. It is a challenging time. There are great wars higher in the ethers between the dark and the light. So, all right, here's one from Chase. How do I ground my energy? Yesterday I was so charged from the energy. You need to take it deeper and deeper and deeper into the earth. How far? It's the distance between here and Hawaii. So if you're going just down a few feet below your feet, it isn't deep enough. And if you can see and you're going down that channel moving to be in depth, you can see the different levels of the earth as you pass it. And you just keep going and keep going and keep going. Now, before you get there, there's going to be a gap. The gap is the separation between humanity and God. But it won't be but a few moments and you'll be back into the channel again. And then shortly, you're either going to see a lot of crystals because the center of the earth is crystalline. You may arrive at Mother's home, which is a beach upon the ocean. So people don't always believe me in the beginning of how deep you must go. And you must have that because let's say this is you And let's say your energy is not down deep. It's not going to go anywhere. The deeper you go, the more the lotus will blossom. You see, it's not about going up. It's about going down and having yourself so rooted that you can hold all the light there is. You see? Not most people know that. So, Chase, while we're right now here in all this energy, call in the clear light of God from the great central sun. Have it begin to come down through your channel. You can all join me. And have it move through your body and down through your feet. Doesn't have to be long. Yes, and just go down and just let it fall. And you fall with it. Not a separation here. You are that which is falling. And let it go, let it go. Yes. You can feel that your spin is getting wider. This is good. Almost there. I was going to ask you, Chase, how you felt. If you could feel the difference in the depth. For you know, a lot of people go out of their body. And that's why they can't really participate in life, because they escape. Fight or flight, it's called. So to overcome that, we want to be very comfortable down in the earth. Mother is there for you. Father's above, mother is below. But in our growing process, we have to be, well, forever, we have to be down into the earth. And then when you move and you become a galactic being, it's even beyond the earth where you must go. So it's about getting comfortable and understanding the movement of your consciousness is what we're moving. It's not the big physical body. It's the consciousness of who you are is what goes down into the earth. See? And you'll learn to anchor it there and let yourself come and be here. When you come here, then you don't have to let go of that. You don't want to. You want to be here and as deep into the earth as you can be. And work on it. And you'll find you keep going deeper and you continue to feel more present. Like I am the soul. Just in that statement, can you now feel it pulls you down? And she's saying, yes, I felt the energy going through my body. Because my energy is very large and we're working with all these beautiful people, there's going to be a lot of energy on our work together. So why not let's start getting rooted so we can allow all this energy to be healing for all of us. So we're going to be deeply connected to the earth and we're going to let our hearts grow. We're going to let our higher selves come in and we're going to discover a new part of life, a new part of love and respect. My words for the school are respect and to honor and to know sacred. And that might be just what maybe you don't know yet about yourself, but we'll get there. It's such a powerful place. So, let me see, where is my time? All right, any other questions? So let me know if you'd like these to go longer, because then I can pick maybe 3 days and do a longer session. But right now, if I do it every day, I have to have it be a half an hour. Okay? Any questions? And I am thrilled that you're feeling so much. It's a wonderful thing. There's an awakening happening. All right. Oh, thank you. This was very powerful, beautiful, expansive energy. Excellent. I'm so glad you could feel that. So let's see what we find out about our higher selves for those of you who have time for tomorrow, and come in and write it up, as brief as it is or whatever, because Annie says thank you very much. Thank you, Annie. Yeah, all my love to all of you. Many blessings, and we'll go again tomorrow. See you then. And Mother and Father want to acknowledge you and your growth. Many blessings.